أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. الحمد لله على نعمة الإسلام، الحمد لله على نعمة الإيمان، الحمد لله على نعمة القرآن، الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. لقد جاءت رسل ربنا بالحق، صلوا على رسولنا محمد. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا ونبينا محمد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. We are talking about the theory of probability of narrations. This is the presentation 1 about the reliability coefficient of narrator. And we were talking about dissimilar narration by 3 unknown persons, x1, x2 and y1. They are unknown persons. x1 comes as with a narration, and x2 comes after him, comes as with similar narration to x1, namely supporting him, and y1 after them comes as with a different type of the same event, namely denying their narrations. So in this case the probability table will be like this. There is 8 probabilities, 8 alternatives. At the first one, x1t, x2t, y1t, and the result is theta is not a probable alternative. Why? Because the type of narration x1 and x2 saying something about the event, and y1 saying something different about the same event, so they cannot be t at the same time. An opposite and different narration about the same event cannot be true at the same time. So this alternative is not probable alternative. It's not valid. So we will dismiss it. And the second probability, x1t, x2t, y1f. So the result is form x is true depending on x1 and x2. We assume them that they are t, namely accurate narration. y1, we assume him in this probability f, namely inaccurate narration. So the result comes with us, form x is true. And at the third probability, x1t, x2f, y1t, it's like the first probability, it's impossible. x1 and y1 cannot be t at the same time because they are narrating the same event with a different way. One of them say white and the other one say black. Both of them cannot be true about the same thing. So the result is theta. At the fourth probability, x1f, x2t, y1t, it's the same with the third probability. It cannot be a valid alternative. The result is theta. The fifth probability, x1t, x2f, y1f. This is valid alternative, X1's narration is true, he's doing accurate narration. X2, he's saying the same thing, he's relating the event like X1, but his action can be inaccurate. You already know how it, I will not repeat it again. And Y1 F, so the result form X is true depending X1. At the sixth probability, X1F, X2F, Y1 T, so the result form Y is true depending on Y1. In this option, Y1 doing, in this alternative, we assume that Y1 doing accurate narration while X1 and X2 inaccurate. At the seventh probability, X1F, X2T, and Y1F, and as a result of this alternative, form X is true. It's the same with the alternative with the fifth probability by changing X1 and X2. And at the last probability, X1F, X2F, and Y1F, only in this probability both forms of the narrations are false. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is 5 valid alternatives. According these 5 alternatives, 1, 2, 3, 3/5 of them probability says that form X is true, and only 1/5 probability says form Y is true, and the last probability, 1/5 probability, says that both of the types of narration may be false. Both forms are false. So X1 gaining from this narration 60%, because type form X is 3/5 probability and it comes 60%, and form Y's probability was 1/5, so the percentage of success of Y1 is only 20%. Also X2 has 60% percentage of success through this narration. And now the similar narration by 3 unknown persons, each of them contradicting with the other, denying the other. X1, Y1, Z1, they are all talking about the same event, but X1 in a different way, Y1 in a different way, saying different things, and Z1 saying different things. It means that either all of them changed what they have seen, or 2 of them at least changed what they seen, because they are cannot be true at the same time. Even both of them cannot be true at the same time, because all of them saying different things. Hence I named them